generate and like a much clearer path. It's just, I do think Dave, it's probably a little bit more priced in because they've already had, but maybe not fully, but Dave is probably closer to its fair value, but because it's a little bit more certain, nothing is certain, but a higher degree of certainty.
Yeah. Andrew's fault. We've been going for an hour 33.
As Blake says, yes, Dave's just loan sharking. So if you want to, if you ever wanted to invest in Tony Soprano, buy Dave.
Okay. And mine then.
If you don't pay, then he'll send Furio to your to your apartment.
Oh, Furio.
Okay, wait, but do you guys know? Did Andrew tell you guys what happened? Because the story is hilarious. I actually said that to a guy on Twitter. He never responded back.
No.
Because so the government did government things and was protecting consumer. It was consumer protection maxing, and they basically made Dave change their business model to be very unfavorable to the consumer, much more unfavorable than it was before, but very favorable to the shareholder. But the end demand didn't change because people need the product. So one thing is certain, people need the product. Before, there was a way, as long as you were a responsible person that could schedule things, right? That's like literally the threshold. It's like, could you schedule? If you could schedule, you could pay Dave $0 before. It was possible. And you would get a loan for this much money that you'd pay. Right. As long as you could schedule ahead of time.
Similar to how, like, if you actually pay your statement balance on time, your full statement balance on your credit, you don't actually end up paying any interest.
And you get free money.
But what they count on is a certain portion of people don't do that. And it sounds to me like Dave was operating kind of under a similar assumption that you could get it paid before you get charged, but most people, or some significant portion of people, would miss the mark and would end up having to pay.
It was worse than that. They charge you if you want your money early. So they'll say, okay, you get your loan, you'll get it in 2 business days. It's like, no, but I need it now. I can't wait 2 business days. I scheduled it to come. I only went in the app today, or the website today, and I knew I needed it a week ago or whatever, or, some sort of cadence, because a lot of them are repeat customers. That's the thing. And so they'll just say, okay, no, but I need it now, today. And then so Dave will charge you for that immediate deposit, right? And then the other part was like, okay, you could tip them. Then there was like, the complaint was it was set standard to tip. And that was like,
I do remember hearing about the tipping thing.
But I mean, like, well, for the shareholders, you're just like, fuck yeah, they got rid of the tipping. Because when they got rid of the tipping, all the people that, again, because it wasn't a very difficult thing to navigate away from, right? Because when we were looking at it, it's like, it wasn't hard. Basically, the government was genuinely saying those people are just like mentally incapable, like really dumb. They're basically calling them dumb, insulting them in the worst way possible, by saying that they're not capable of navigating out of the tipping function.
Like, they can't figure out how not to.
Yeah, wow, that's really dark, in terms of what you have to accept about those people, instead of just assuming that, that they're capable people, right? So the tipping function going away was really good, because the monetization skyrocketed like crazy. And then that business model change, that's what you're seeing in the price just going up into the right in the stock, that they changed the business model.